Welcome into the CHGO Bears Podcast. My name is Mark Carman, joined by Mark Carman, and Mark Carman. And we are produced today by Mark Carman.
Poppy.
What's going on with your mic there, Karm?
I'll figure it
out. It is Halloween. Happy Halloween. Cole Kmet in studio with us. And we all decided to dress as Mark Carman today. It was Casey Standahar's idea. And she's here too. Casey, come over here. You got it. And
we got all sorts of different Karms today.
So see if you can figure it out in the chat. This is a great idea, Casey.
Thank you. Thank you for all doing it.
Lawrence, you're a funny man.
Yes.
So Casey is CHGO Karm.
Yeah, I'm work Karm.
Oh, you need your notebook.
You're my favorite.
Oh,
well, actually,
she's got the Karm notes notebook.
Karm notes
the
over
whole
here.
deal. We leaned into this.
Yes.
I am very obviously tennis Karm.
you're my favorite, Karm.
Yeah?
Yes.
Really?
I love that, Karm. I can't wait to play tennis and get out of the studio.
Not softball, Karm?
I do
Look
love
at softball Karm.
I do love softball, Karm. That's a good Karm. I'm not
It's a
gonna
good
lie.
Karm. It's a good Karm.
That's a good Karm right there. That's a world champion,
It's a
Karm.
world champ Karm.
I do like Braggs. I got to be honest. I like your Karm too.
Yep.
What's
Not
up, Poppy?
Someone said, who's COVID Karm? Braggs is secret agent Karm.
Yeah.
I like that, Karm. I'm not gonna lie.
Got the secret agent man jersey here with Poppy the puppy. As you can see with the wording last night, I kind of get a little off my skis and had to shimmy in the tee down the the shoulder. I'm not really good at centering things. Lawrence will tell you all about that when I make my graphics.
I'm not either, so it's actually on point. Good job.
Yeah.
I just really wish the wigs were better.
I think the wigs are great.
I mean, they're hilarious, but I was trying to cut mine, to make it look like your hair.
Casey went to the
spike it up or
Casey went to
something.
the salon and got it lined up.
My hair's gray enough that I didn't need it.
I'm gonna be honest. I'm flattered, and I love you guys, and thank you. And I'm a little mortified us at the same time too.
Okay, we dropped the ball. Nobody's got a cocky. I don't know if Cole knows about the cockies.
That's true. You should be drinking water and have to go to the bathroom in the middle of the show. Big Cram's here. That's my guy.
Did anyone figure out what version of Karm Lawrence is?
Didn't you say it? Did you not say
I don't think I said it out loud. I was hoping only the diehards would have that callback. So last year at the Combine, we were all sitting in the stands at the Combine, and Karm was taking a nap with his hood up.
This is why you're Combine.
Because
Combine
I thought
Karm.
you did an actual Combine.
No. We went to Indy.
You got to activate it, Law.
I'm sure it was super exciting when you were running out there.
It's not.
Right.
But
I mean, it's dead quiet in there at the library. It's a long week. We're going out late at night. I sit down, and I had the hoodie, and, it was...
You were out. Was that your first time going?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Was it...
I thought that was the worst event in the history of sports.
Isn't it awful?
I thought it was so bad.
It's the most built-up thing in your head, and it's like the worst deal ever.
I'm like, are you kidding? We're here to watch this guy run 40 yards.
It's awful.
That I've never heard of.
We're walking into the Combine, and Karm goes, who the hell watches this shit?
Yeah, isn't it crazy?
I go, Karm, the people that watch our show. It's literally who watches this.
Yeah.
There it is.
Oh, that's hilarious. It's the most boring event of all time.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
But people were really offended by that. Like, I'd love to be able to have a ticket. I'm like, okay, I didn't mean to insult anybody who would really like to go.
Yeah.
And I am privileged in that I've gotten to go to a lot of sporting events. But that sporting event was the worst. That was the
sucks.
worst sporting
It
event ever.
sucks.
Kevin
No, it's
Fishbane
terrible.
in the chat, why didn't anyone do the Northwestern Superfan Karm? Trust me, Kevin, that was on the table for me. But I couldn't bring myself to wear any Northwestern gear. I think you can understand. So I brought Secret Beige Man and Puppy. But that was on the table.
Northwestern Karm was definitely on the table. Just was a late scratch for Secret Beige and Karm based on the last 2 weeks' events.
Had no choice.
Yeah. No, you made the right move.
Yeah. Big cram here. The super chat Fortnite night. Before the show ends, you guys need to have your most cram sports takes.
Ooh,
that's true.
That's dangerous.
I'm gonna think of something by the end of the show.
I did think about
request.
staying in character, and like get really hyped and say things like, "All right, we're gonna win 6 games in a row, and Cole's gonna have 14 touchdowns, and Secret Beige Man's gonna be MVP. Let's go."
And then like 5 minutes later,
That was pretty good.
That's a good take.
That was pretty good.
And then say things like, "Listen here, you disgusting mutt."
It's pretty good Karm right now.
Wow, that's pretty good.
I would say that too. That's true. Love you, buddy.
I'm in
We
character.
had a good fight last night.
We yelled at each other last night.
That's
You guys are
amazing.
weird.
I almost want to as give us a like Karm.
Oh,
but
yeah, that's another good Karm.
That
But
was fat, Carman.
while I'm here, please hit the like button, everyone.
All right, we do need to get into some football conversation.
There's a couple things going on
Yeah,
today.
it's actually kind of a
Cole's
busy
here.
day.
Big day.
We were actually in costume and then went out of costume for our emergency podcast we had on the Montez Sweat trade. So if you missed that, you can go back in the feed after the show is over, of course, and we got a whole. Well, that turned out to be almost 30 minutes on the Montez Sweat trade. We'll talk about it here a little bit, too. Obviously, there's been news about Jaylon Johnson, too. How about this? We'll just start here, though. Cole, you react to some of this breaking news. Montez Sweat traded to the –
Yeah.
You guys obviously could use some pass rush help, and he's a really good football player.
Yeah, no, I'm excited. Obviously, we went up against them a couple weeks ago, and they have a really good defensive front. Obviously, he's one of those leaders up there, so – excited to get him here in Chicago, and I know the defensive guys are going to be excited about it, and cool to see an addition here, before the trade deadline.
Have you tried to block him? Has that happened in your switching around? That would not be ideal, but maybe
Yes.
leave a moment there.
Yes. No, I mean in the run game, yes. Definitely you don't want to be singled up against him. Tight end, that's a little bit of a mismatch, but I mean I think he's a great player. I think his length is really, really impressive. Just the way he's able to get on guys quickly and use his hands in the run game and in the pass game as well. So I think he's a guy that can do both. He's not just rushing the passer, but he's also really good in the run game as well.
Did he talk smack? Because last year, he had a big game on what was it, Thursday Night Football. Has he ever talked smack?
I can't recall any smack talking to myself, but maybe some of the other guys will have to ask around. We'll see. I think he's a pretty quiet dude for the most part, but which I'm cool with. I mean, he makes plays on the field.
How do you think this kind of reverberates in the locker room that, okay, we're adding a talented player at the deadline with, a long way to climb to being a playoff team right now? Do you think it gives a boost to you guys?
I think it does. I mean, to me, it's always nice when you add players. It just shows, the continued push to try and win football games. So, I think guys are going to be excited about it. And when you add a piece like that and a guy who's proven to be very good in this league, it's very exciting. So, I think guys are going to be pumped about it. And I know I was pumped about it this morning when I saw the news. So, looking forward to see how it works out the rest of the season with it.
So on the flip side, in the next few hours, there's this report out there that seems to have been confirmed that, the Bears gave Jaylon Johnson permission to seek a trade. And, you guys came in together, just a few picks apart in the same draft in the second round. How does that reverberate in the locker room? Because you guys dealt with this last year with the Roquan Smith trade too. And I think we all know how Jalen's perceived in that locker room, and he's also a really good football player. So it just, I can't. It doesn't feel like that would go over well. Yeah,
it's tough. I think. It's tough. I mean, I think until I got into the contract negotiation part, you really don't understand how much of a business it really is until you're actually in it. And it does have to work both ways. So I don't know all what's going on negotiation wise between upstairs and Jaylen. Obviously I think so highly of Jaylen, and I hope he gets whatever he wants and what he deserves. And I think he's shown that. But at the end of the day, it does take two sides to go at it. And, I don't know where it is in that regard. And I'm just hoping that we can come to a solution to keep him around selfishly. He's a really good friend of mine, and I know his mom and my mom have actually become really close over the years, and so there's that the personal relationship to it as well. So not only do I think he's a great football player and a great corner, and I think he's continued to improve his game each and every year, but just a great person and great friend as well. So yeah, obviously like me, him, and Mooney, like we got a pretty close bond just because of really all the things that we've been through since we've been here, and us three have just kind of really stuck together throughout that whole time. So I'm hoping something gets resolved where he can stick around Chicago and be a Bear for a long time.
Did you have to, when you were going through it, like, well, maybe I could get, I don't know, X amount more elsewhere, but I know I'm getting this here. I know I don't have to move. I'm from here. Mm-hmm. This is a lot of money that I should be able to take care of pretty well and live a good life. But were you doing all that when you were considering?
Yeah, it's tough. I mean, I think you go into it. I went into it with a particular mindset about it, but when you get into it and your emotions, it's hard to not let your emotions get affected by it. They say all the good things to you that they want to keep you around, and they tell you all the good things that that you're showing on the field and whatnot, and then you get into negotiations. It's like, wait, I thought you guys liked me, So there's like that business aspect to it, and they're obviously on their end. I'm just, for me, like when I went through it, they're gonna try and get me as the cheapest as possible, and my side's gonna try and get as most as possible, and that's just how it works, and that's the business side of it. And you kind of have to be able to table the two. I think for me in particular, like, when things got started, I wanted it done before the season began, just because I didn't want to have to be thinking about that stuff at all. And obviously, we were able to come to an agreement and a number that worked for both sides. But like I said in the beginning, it takes both sides to get the deal done.
I wanted to ask you that. Did you kind of want to avoid this? Like, kind of this day?
Yeah, it's tough. I mean, I don't know all the ins and outs in terms of when they approached Jaylen and or however all that worked or when that was all started. But I know for me personally, like, when things it's hard not to think about it because it's a big deal. Like, and for us, it's a limited time that we got in this window for this career. And, I always hope for any player that they make as much money as they possibly can during their career. And because it's just so short lived, but it's hard not to think about those things as you're playing football as well.
How much are you actively involved in that, or do you let your agent do it? Like, how much are you physically at the table arguing your case?
I think that depends on who you are. I think I went into it and I wanted to be really involved, and then I got like a week into it, and I was like, okay, I don't want to be involved anymore, because you realize, like, you think like, oh, in theory, like, yeah, I can be unbiased about this and be removed in a good mental state, and then when things start going back and forth, it's much harder to do that. So, I have a good team, and I trusted my agents with it. And, I kind of, before getting into it, I kind of told them where I thought I fell on things, and making sure that, we lined up in the same thoughts in terms of where I should be at. And, you just you trust it and go from there.
Do you feel like, now that it's after the fact, that you got fair market value, or do you think that you gave a little just to get the deal done?
Oh, man, that's tough. I think it was a good deal all around for both sides. I think when you look at it, sure, would I've liked to have more on the APY stuff? Yeah, but I thought, they came in really strong with guarantees, and it really showed that they wanted me to stick around here for the long term. And for me, at the end of the day, kind of like what Karm was talking about, like, I'm from here, and, I love being here, and I love being in the city. And, I really wanted to be a part of the turnaround here in terms of getting a Super Bowl back to Chicago. And I think, for me, there's no value you can place on that. And that's something that I've had my mind on since I was a kid. So, like, that would have been hard to give up as well.
And that's the difference for Jaylen. Like, I'm sure he wants to be here, but he also – lives in California. His daughter's in California. He said he talked about his heart is in California. And I don't. Did you do the exercise like, well, okay, let's see what tight ends get paid. Let's see exactly where I think I fit. I should be somewhere in between here, so I should make between this and this, which I'm sure that's exactly what he's doing. And versus like, and this is I want you guys to get as paid as much as possible because, like, look, you are in the most exclusive country club. You work the hardest. You got your mind right to do it. I think you deserve all of it.
Thank you, Karm.
Yeah, well, it's true. It's true. Because everybody plays sports. I would, I'd give up. I would literally give up years on my life, lots of them, to get to do what you do.
To be Andre Agassi.
Yes, that too. It might be my pick. If we're going to pick individuals, I have to think about it. But regardless, my point is this: I also look at it like, like we're like for Jaylen and for anybody, hey man, like if they're willing to pay you 14 and you think that you like 14, look at this, I should be at 18. And I'm still like, dude, $14 million a year for 5 years. That's a lot of dough. Like you're
Yeah, it is a lot of dough.
You're set. Like you could, if you take your ego out of it, which I think is hard to do. Like,
you gotta remember this. That's just personal ego, though. It's also about helping your fellow.
Right.
Like
I think there's some of the ego
association.
thing, but you gotta remember, like, what got all of us here in the first place is that ego too, a little bit. You know what I mean?
Yep.
And like, when guys are asking for that or they view themselves in that category, it's that competitor side, and like, it's hard just to table that, and that's why you have representation to help you like put that aside a little bit. But that's like what got us all here in the first place. So and guys aren't. It's who they are. It's hard for them to table that, and I understand financially what you're saying, and it makes sense, but. Right. A lot of things we do don't really make sense.
How good of a communicator is Ryan Poles with you guys through this process? Because from the outside looking in, there's this narrative that Ryan Poles has his number on players, and he's not going to come off it just the way we saw it kind of break down with Roquan and David Montgomery, and now what's going on with Jaylon Johnson. So how is he with you guys?
Yeah,
is it a friendlier conversation than it appears to be on the outside?
Yeah, I don't want to like get too deep into like conversations we had. Sure. But he was great with me. I really professional about it, and I understood that again, it's a business thing, and I'd like me and Ryan have a good relationship. But when it came to that, like he was good in terms of walking me through like how they go about things, and
seems very direct.
Yeah, very very direct, and that's all you can ask for. We can disagree on things, but as long as it's clear and concise as to what direction you're going, what direction I'm going, and where I view things and where you view things. That's all you can ask for when you get into those type of negotiations. So, I thought Ryan was great with me. Obviously I'm saying this now because I got a deal done and all that, but I really did think from the beginning they did a great job in terms of kind of guiding me through their thought process and being direct as to where they stood on things, which is all I could have asked for.
You know what I love about this show? If you're listening to this later as a podcast with no visual, like this is a very deep
talk, but we're all dressed like clowns.
But if you're watching this, if you're watching this on YouTube, it's got like a different vibe to it.
I was just thinking, like, here's Cole talking about ego, but he's wearing this ridiculous.
Yeah.
I know, right?
Well, and initially,
There's
before
no
we
ego
came up
there.
with this plan, I was going to wear my Halloween costume I'm wearing later with my daughter, and it was a Bowser costume with this giant, like, yellow costume, and I was fully prepared to ask you these hard questions in that outfit. So this is actually a little easier.
It makes it better.
I mean, the way you're cuddling Poppy over there, it's really warming.
Yeah.
It makes me feel good, Brex.
Dog guy too.
Yeah,
I like Poppy.
Yeah, there it is.
Could have actually brought Poppy in. Poppy's a pretty good.
See, and
Poppy's
I figured
been
since
here
this
on
isn't
studio.
the
What type of
actual-
dog is?
I'll pull her up for you. We can.
I figured instead of calling this one Poppy and not disrespecting the real, we call this one Pee-Pee in honor of
Pee-Pee.
Yeah, well, in honor of Karm.
Does
who
Poppy
revealed
have her own
yesterday.
Instagram page?
She doesn't, and she should, and I might have to consider that.
Well,
She would have to friend Uno.
See, well, the reason
Justin's
I
dog.
wanted there's
Oh, very nice.
Yeah,
Very
it's
nice.
a dead-on-dead comparison.
That is pretty
This is my
good.
daughter's little.
I'll send
not
one
my
to law
dog,
for those who have not seen Poppy
pretty
before.
good.
But I call it pee-pee because we revealed yesterday on the show that Karm didn't wash his hands after he peed. I don't know how you feel about that. You might want to be careful around this guy.
It was mid-show. Hoge.
What a pivot.
Yeah. I like the excuse. It was mid-show.
It was mid-show.
That's why we don't sanitize.
Hoge immediately.
No wonder why there's COVID Karm going around.
Oh, geez.
That's what I said.
He don't wash his hands.
This was, by the way, Poppy watching the show.
Very nice.
Which is why she could do a good job here, which I sent to law. We'll put
Very
her up.
nice.
I mean, seriously, that was amazing. But yeah, I I just don't. We're not going to go down that road. This is trade deadline day, but just
Right.
But listen. I don't. You can get in and out of the bathroom without touching anything, and that's how I live my life.
It was mid-show. You were trying to be fast.
And I was trying to be as quick as possible. Respect the show. Hoge had a very short read.
I could have done the professional thing and just done the read.
Right.
And no one would have known he left, but instead I had to bring it up that he left.
Right.
And then Luke Stuckmeyer had to sit in my seat, and then I had to be nice to him and give him the fist pound, and then he had to call out, wait a second, did you not wash your hands? No, I did not. And then now nobody will ever touch me again. That's fine.
I do love this about sports. Some of this stuff is very serious. Like, this is your life.
Yep.
Like, we all support our families by being up here to be able to talk about, the Bears and the teams here in Chicago. But at the same time, we could sit here in Karm costumes
Yeah, you got to have a little fun
and
with
have
it.
fun at the same
You have
time.
to.
And by the way, if you don't, you're going to drive yourself insane.
Yes.
Yes. Speaking of costumes, not a costume, but Justin's look on the sideline. He had the sunglasses on. He's wearing the headset. The mic's up here. I don't know if you noticed this. You were playing a football game, catching 10 passes, and as I predicted that you were going to get a lot of balls.
Careful, Karm. You're already being criticized all over the internet.
Yeah,
for this.
but like he was just talking the whole time, and I think what came out is that he was doing the actual plays, like he was relaying how he would call it because he was listening to him. But it sort of looked like he was having like a Tourette's moment over there. I didn't know what was going on. He would just speak, which I have, by the way. I walk down the street, I sing random things. Like I got a lot going on in my head. So which is a little weird. But did you notice Justin doing that at all?
Well, I mean, his shades were all. I mean, I was like, I didn't know the sun was peeking through in SoFi,
Yeah.
so the shades were nice for sure. No, it's the style, man. He's got some good swag about him,
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
That
Yeah,
was a
you
good
didn't like the outfit.
No, I thought I thought he.
Let it be known,
Well, at
Karm
first-
did not like the
I thought it was
outfit.
Back to the Future. I thought he was.
It was, yeah. I mean, we're in LA, man. You gotta,
okay.
you're in LA.
Okay.
At first glance, it was a little confusing to see him because it looked like he was talking to himself. But then we realized, he's listening to the play call and he's
Probably regurgitating it. Yeah.
saying it out loud like he would if he was going into the
Yeah.
huddle. So he
Well,
was
that's-
he was actually working. Karm.
Yeah.
Yeah,
actually
I
doing
got
his
it.
job.
I got it. But in the moment, I'm like,
Staying in the game, stay in the flow.
What's going on here? You look out there. You're speaking into the sun. You're not playing. It was a weird scene. But you didn't notice the talk. You were playing the game.
Karm, no, I wasn't watching. No, I wasn't. Not. I was worried about some other things. I had to worry about trying to block Bosa and Khalil Mack the whole game.
Yeah. Was he talking, by the way?
No, not much. I mean, Khalil talks not. No, Khalil doesn't talk much. Bosa will talk a little bit, but no, they're pretty quiet for the
I
most
love
part.
how we all challenged ourselves to come up with a Karm take by the end of the show, and Karm went first.
Ridiculous.
Right there.
Yeah, it was good.
Are you watching Justin?
I'm just saying, like,
what are you talking about?
he could have just noticed it. How's that?
5 minutes ago, you said that I would give anything to be an NFL player.
I would.
Then so if you would, you'd just be looking at random things on the sideline.
I'd pay attention to what's going on.
You're like a squirrel. Your
I would
attention's
also-
diverted.
I would also like,
Yeah.
because we're still in the funny place of this costume stuff. I am wearing the Karm socks over
the pant legs.
pants.
It's a good look.
Spotted socks. These are my wife's socks. I actually ripped them trying to get them on my feet this morning. She's not going to be thrilled about that, but I just wanted everyone to acknowledge
That
my
also
socks.
is very Karm of you to just 20 minutes later bring up something that you could have said.
That
20
was a
minutes
Karm
ago.
thing. Listen here, Lawrence.
All right. Well, I'll bring up my Karm thing that I was embarrassed about because I walked in and Karm goes, "Oh, you even put a little pouch in your belly." Nope, that's just my belly.
Oh, Karm.
Yeah.
Damn.
Yeah,
What
Karm has this
a slap in the face.
No, but this is a big moment for me in my life because I've always been the skinny guy, and evidently I'm drinking too much or so. I don't play basketball as much during the football
You're
season.
getting older, dog.
I'm getting older.
dog.
Yep.
Yeah, Karm has this weird, he's in shape, right? I'm working on my macros,
Okay.
but Karm's in shape,
Working on
but
my
he
macros.
also had, don't give me this look, Karm. He's got this belly. It's not like even an old man belly. It's just a unique shape. That
I'm
Karm
carrying a
has.
little
Wow,
extra.
we're talking about
tag.
your belly now.
I got-
This is
I got-
what an episode we got.
I got a bad. It's just weird the way I stand with the
Yeah,
curvature.
it is. It is. It's your posture.
It's bad posture. I got to work on it.
I do want to actually see you play tennis. It just seems like it would be a
Come on out. We got
Entertaining
the back
experience.
draw. We got the back draw tonight.
All right.
Lost a heartbreaker in the opening round.
I'm going to try to get this thing back on track with
Raymond.
an ad read here.
We'll kill Raymond.
Here's
All right,
it.
Yes. I
you
want to
talking
kill
about
the
our
guy
guy?
that I lost to last week,
Oh,
although he's
okay.
a very nice fellow.
I thought you were talking about Ray from Ray Chevrolet. Getting worried. Well, here's an ad read Cole can relate to because he's a Chicago guy. Empire today, you get to shop at home, convenience, the right product for your needs, quick and professional installation, and a low price guarantee. Empire today is the best place to get new flooring. Of course, they have copycats out there, but those copycats cannot beat Empire on quality, service, speed. They advertise low quality products that they simply won't carry. That's the competitors that do that. Empire will not promise the lowest prices. They're upfront about that because anyone who does that is putting flooring in your home that they wouldn't put in theirs. Empire, their philosophy is to help you find what you need, not overwhelm you with thousands of choices and substitutes. What they leave out of our selection is as important as what they put in. Empire's product team exhaustively combs through thousands of product samples each year to find the perfect styles. They have the virtual floor designer, which is a great way to see how floors will look in any space. It's easy. Just snap a picture, instantly see how new floors will look in your room. They service their own warranties as well if an issue does arise. Just call Empire. They service all warranties themselves. You won't have to track down a manufacturer's phone number. Schedule a free in-home estimate today. All listeners, check this out, all listeners can receive a $350 discount when they use the promo code CHGO. Restrictions apply. See EmpireToday.com/CHGO for details.
Cole, do you remember the number?
I was trying to think of it when he's. I couldn't think of it though. If you did the jingle, I think.
Da 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 da.
Bum, bum.
Does that help?
I don't want to say the wrong number.
Do it.
I got it
Let's
wrong
let it out.
yesterday. It's okay.
Is it 773?
I got it wrong.
You did, both you did Luna.
we both did
Damn
Luna.
it, that's
3-1.
what it was. Yeah.
Empire's
3-1.
gonna kill us.
What's
I
the
know.
number?
That's what I didn't want to do.
588-2300.
Empire today. Yeah, there it is. Yeah.
There you go.
Today.
Kids don't even know.
Today with the
Kids don't even know how that.
Dang,
hit
you did
in the
Luna too?
90s.
They just yelled. I did Luna.
Yeah.
I did.
Yeah.
I did.
Yeah, he
Because-
started saying 773, and I'm like, nope.
Yeah.
And it's Kevin's right here, by the way. Cole's too young for 588-2300. You don't remember? Do you remember Empire?
No, I do. Yeah.
Oh, you do?
Yeah.
Okay, I'm not
I
too
do.
young.
I do.
All right. Hey,
What's making me old is with Matthew Perry passing away, all these people that didn't even watch Friends growing up. Come on.
That's crazy.
You watch Friends?
Yeah, it's a classic.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah, it's a classic.
Thank you.
I never got into it.
I'm not gonna hate
And
on
I am,
Friends in
yeah.
honor of
No,
Matthew
but-
Perry, but I didn't watch it.
How
Really?
You're in the era, too. Why
What's
didn't
like
you watch it?
what sitcoms did you watch?
I mean, back then in the '90s that's more '90s, right?
yeah, it
Or
aired
just
from,
give me some
Because I'm
sitcoms you
young,
watch.
so
No, you're
back
not.
then, I mean, you're younger, so I don't know. I mean,
You guys are the same age.
Just
What?
say what shows you watch.
Yeah, what
well, The
sitcom?
Office is my favorite sitcom.
Yeah,
but
okay, I
that's
agree.
when I got older.
Yeah.
But when Friends was around, I wasn't watching Friends. I was watching Michael Jeffrey Jordan.
Let's
That
be honest. He
sitcom
was watching
great.
sports. He was getting drunk.
Yeah.
He was hanging out. He was
Remember
failing
when Sports
classes.
Center,
That's what he was doing.
ESPN Sports Center
drunk in
just
the
used to be on
90s,
a
he was
loop,
12.
and it would play like
Yeah.
12 times in a row.
Yeah.
I
I
would
think it's on the
literally
table.
just watch
Yeah.
Sports Center over and over, and by the 12th time, I could just.
That's what me.
recite-
That's what me
I
and my
could
brother were
recite
doing.
it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because it would tick down and it would just
Yeah.
rotate back to the top.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
I remember
Crack
those
at
days.
it.
Oh, we got a ton more to cover with Cole, so let me just do this and tell you about Hero Bread. It's look, if you're looking for a low-carb option to fit your lifestyle and not have the punch of myself that we were talking about, get yourself the Hero Bread. It's soft, it's fluffy, it's delicious. Braggs loves it. It's got high fiber. It's got the ultra-low net carbs. I mean,
carbs.
Cole could even eat the stuff in season. He'd be all right. Discount code. We've got that for you. CHGO. You get 10% off at hero.co. Stop buying any other bread. Get yourself the Hero Bread. Seriously. It's fewest calories, the leading national brand, 5 to 10 grams of protein per serving. Throw some peanut butter on there. You're living the dream. Come on. Right now, Hero Bread offering you, the CHGO fan, 10% off your first order. Hero.co. Use the code CHGO. Save on Hero Bread today. That's HERO.co. Save 10% today. It is. And by the way, you're just living your normal life and you're just eating Hero Bread and you're feeling good. It's a beautiful thing. All right. You have a direction or I have a question?
I don't know. Do you?
I have. Well, I wanted to. I have one thing
This
I
is the
for him, but I
Karm
don't want
show.
to take. It's
No,
your-
go ahead.
Well, I just what do we think of how Bajan did in his
There it
second
is.
start?
There
I,
he
wa-
goes.
35 minutes.
I thought I waited long enough.
good.
Well, the whole narrative is out there. People are screaming, "See, Karm, he's a backup. He can't be a starter." It's like, hold on a second, man. It's his second starter. You're on the road. It's Sunday Night Football. There's a lot being thrown at him. But and I know that you're never obviously going to speak bad on a teammate. But if you were to break down like what he did well or what he could have done better, any part of maybe just stay to the well side.
Yeah, I
don't
mean,
know.
I thought he did well. I mean, I think pretty simply we got to be better around him. When you're watching the film from the game, we go to. I was clip 9. It's 14-0 already. So it's not. We got to be better there. We got to be better. He first play of the game, he does his job. 41-yard bomb to Moon, and then we just kind of stall out. So we can't have that happen. And then obviously they score. We get the ball back. I think it was a 3-and-out right away. And yeah, so I mean we got to be better. We got to be able to establish the run earlier for him in the game. And then we go to the end of the half. We score. They score, and then they double dip coming back out of halftime. So you start off play 9, 14-0, and then going into half, they're able to double dip, coming back out of it. So that's just a tough spot to be in, So
Talked with
Yeah.
Nick
Yeah, makes
Moriano
sense.
after the game in the locker room, and you said you felt like the run game is your identity this
Yeah.
point. And last week against the Raiders, you guys were more physical.
Yeah.
And you didn't bring that same physicality this week as a team.
yeah.
Why do you think that was? Do you think it's
Yeah.
just because the game got away from you guys, or why do you think the mindset changed?
Yeah, well, I think it did get away from us, and when that, like I said, 14-0, but we didn't start fast on that. I think that second drive, the first and second drive, we got stalled in some of our runs, and when we get behind like we did, things start to change, and we can't really lean into that type of identity throughout the rest of the game when you're playing from behind like that. So that's why I think it's imperative for us to start fast, and when we're able to do that, we can play the way that we want to play. But when you're down 14-0 like that, the way we started, and you're not going to win many football games the way going about it that way. So I think it's just about starting fast, and if you're able to get a few good run plays to start the game, get a few first downs, you can kind of keep leaning into that identity, and you're able to control the clock, control
Have
the
an early
ball.
lead.
Yeah, and then obviously they got a good quarterback over there, and anytime that you can hold on the ball as long as you can offensively, and keep him off the field, that's always a good situation as well. So
A little bit of breaking news here. Does not have to do with the Bears. Does have to do with an NFC North rival. The Vikings, according to Ian Rappaport, are trading for Cardinals quarterback Josh Dobbs.
Wow.
So they're
It's been their starter.
they're getting Kyler Murray back. The Cardinals are, and obviously Kirk Cousins got hurt the other day, and Josh Dobbs. I mean,
Wow.
it's hard for a quarterback to move teams in the midseason and just
yeah,
pick up
I
an
wonder
offense.
I wonder if he knows a coach or something over there.
That's a good question.
You know what I mean?
Think where
Like
Dobbs-
system wise,
Yeah.
because it's.
I can do a little
I don't know.
research on
I
that.
don't know. I don't know.
Yeah, but obviously not having Kirk Cousins, and they're still well in the mix. That's a big move there. So
Wow.
Dobbs has started every game for the Cardinals, I think, so far
Yeah,
this
but
season.
last night they announced Clayton Tune, I believe, was going to be starting this week. The Clayton Tune era coming to the desert.
Still-
Think that because they knew that
yeah,
they
they must
you know
have.
what I mean?
Maybe that was the year. Hey,
Well,
Dobbs is available.
They were mentioning for the fifth round rookie Clayton Tune as well.
That's what he just
love
said.
the- I
Nice
love
echo.
Sorry.
Nice echo.
Well, I was trying to. My bad. I got to be better. I'm just gonna point the
Yes.
thumb on that one. Thank you. My bad. Law.
Yeah, I guess what's it like right now for you guys? Because I feel like the same thing happened against the Vikings a few weeks ago, where I know you guys look. You're still a young team. You're trying to get this thing moved in the right direction.
Yeah.
You have this great game against Washington, and then you want to get 2 in a row, right?
Yeah.
To keep that thing
No, you
going.
need to get to. Yeah, you have to. Yeah.
And then that didn't happen, obviously. Then you have this great game against the Raiders where really from start to finish you guys were in control, played this complimentary football the best you possibly can.
Kick their ass. Let's be honest.
Look, I'm gonna be honest. I picked the Chargers to win this game on Sunday, but I thought I said 3 points. I thought it was gonna. I thought even in a loss, you guys would have carried over a lot of the good stuff that you guys have been building here.
Yeah.
At times, how do you guys get that consistency where you can at least, avoid games like you had Sunday night?
Yeah. Yeah, I think it's just about doing it. You got to do it twice in a row, and we haven't done that yet. It's almost like I'm a believer in like learning how to win and knowing how to win, and not only is that just winning a game, but it's knowing how to handle a week after you've won a game and being able to repeat it over and over again. And we haven't been able to do that yet, and we just got to be better in that regard. I think, talking to the defensive guys after the game, I know talking to some of the dudes, they were disappointed in their tackling effort. They thought they could have tackled better. I know that we felt offensively, we kind of shot ourselves in the foot early in the game with penalties and not being able to run the ball like we wanted to. So it's just you got to find that consistency. And if I knew exactly how to do that, I would tell everybody and we'd get that done. But it's just a matter about doing this in games. And we've done it before where we've executed well and we've done all the right things, but we got to do that day in and day out and bring that over each and every Sunday.
Because you had a false start in a tough spot, right?
Yeah.
Was that a cadence thing with the new quarterback? Or what happened there?
No, well, I was going off movement from the line.
Okay.
So I think we had a couple guys go. I don't know why they went, but I'm just going off movement.
Yeah.
So
when a couple guys go and they pick you.
Yeah, well, because do they call it on me?
Yeah.
Great, awesome. I'll take the. Love it. No, I'm like always away games. You always see me like touching the tackle or the nearest tight end, and so like whenever I feel them move, I'm going because I can't hear the cadence.
Okay.
You know what I mean? So. I don't know what happened there. I know we had 2 plays called in that situation.
Yeah, I thought maybe it would be illegal motion.
Yeah, I know we had 2 plays called, so I don't know if that's what kind of caused the jump, but yeah, I mean, it's just about being disciplined and being better. We had to be better there.
So we're in the circle of trust now. We're all dressed as Karm.
Yeah,
so
right.
I figure maybe every week I'll give you the moment of where I'm honest with you.
Sure.
And I cursed your name at the TV.
Oh, good.
Okay.
Did it make you feel better?
No.
No.
But, I'm still going to do it. So when you made the catch on the sideline and you couldn't get the first down,
Yeah.
I was like, stretch out for the fucking first down, Cole. Now, am I wrong for saying this, or do you think you could have?
It's a good question.
Back?
This is a good question.
I'm not afraid of you, Cole.
No, you're good.
My macros.
Because a lay fan, I'll call you a lay fan just because you're reacting to whatever's going
yes, that's exactly what
a lay fan, yeah. When I actually ran the route a little deeper than I should have, so that's tough. I mean, it was 3rd and 18. My route is really supposed to be only at 10. I think I ran it at 13 or 14.
Yep, you caught it close to the sideline.
Yeah, I did.
But I still wanted you to do some kind of.
Hey, me too, man. I was pissed when I.
Get up the fucking field, Cole.
Yeah, I tried to push the route a little bit more than it's supposed to go.
You do that because it's 3rd and 18?
Yeah. And I was, maybe hoping I'd get it. If you get it sooner, then you can turn upfield. Yeah. The ball we're really trying to hit Mooney up on that one, but it didn't work out that way. But it's 3rd and 18. There's not many plays.
Right.
You don't have play calls in the book where you're like, okay, this is our 3rd and 18 conversion.
Yes.
So, I think that goes back to earlier in that drive, shooting ourselves in the foot because I think we had a couple penalties and
put you back behind the sticks.
put you back there. So that's why you were cursing my name in that situation, right?
Yes.
So,
yes.
But no, you can keep doing that. I know it didn't make you feel better, but
it kind of does. I mean, it's
if
just what you do as a fan.
If it lets you get the juice out, get the juice out.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Because I know me being the supreme athlete I am.
Right.
Like if I had caught, I'm just looking at it from that lens.
Yeah, I like it. I know.
Gotten it.
Yeah.
Can we put Kevin Fishbane's in the chat? Can we put his comment up there?
And you're being encouraged to read it, Greg, because we want you to have a good relationship with Cole, which it seems like you do, by the way.
Okay, it says Kevin Fishbane. The refs announced the false start on 85, but it actually was officially credited to Mercedes Lewis. Go ahead and tell him that, Braggs, to mend fences.
Dang. Well, I didn't want to throw anyone else under the bus.
Well, Kevin just did it for you.
For me.
We're all just,
Oh, dang.
Way to go, Kev. Now you have beef with Cole.
Yeah. I'll have to let Kev know about that.
No, that's in the
locker
stat
room.
book, though. They
They
probably changed it a lot of the times.
yeah, I think going forward, like it's not going to happen every week because I know you're going to ball out. But anytime I curse your name, we'll just have when I cursed Cole out.
You can just
segment.
you can bring it up and we'll talk about it.
Because everybody's always like, I talk to fans who are like, you don't kiss his ass. I'm like, well,
he's not kissing my ass. You're not kissing
my
my ass.
So I'll be honest if I curse your name, all right?
And then I'll be honest with you about if you were wrong or not.
I like it. The circle of trust.
Yeah.
Here.
You could also, and I'm sure this is going to be a huge consolation to Cole because, for not winning on Sunday, but you were What was he, Braggs?
What are you talking about?
You were our king of the game.
Oh yeah,
You were we pick a player of the game every week, and 10 catches on 10 targets. You played your ass off, dude. Seriously, you got cracked.
I'm trying to. Yeah. Trying to. Yeah. I mean, I'll take the dub over.
Of
like
course.
2 weeks ago, I didn't have any targets. I'll take that every day of the week if that means a win. So
I put that in my grades. I'm
Yeah.
sure he would have preferred the other week, but
Yeah.
but the tight end got the ball a ton.
All right, I have a non-serious comment and then a real question. First of all, I would love it if there was a moment in a game where you cursed out Greg Braggs. Or
No,
maybe
if
the next time.
Okay, you know what? If something bad happens and it clicks in my hand,
Yes.
and maybe there's a hot mic
I'm-
around, you might just hear "F you, Braggs,"
Yeah.
Or
just out of nowhere.
Fuck Braggs play. I love that. Yeah.
or maybe the next time you run a guy over for a first down,
Yeah.
you'd be like, "Take that,
Meatball-
Braggs!
Meatball on 3.
In your face, Braggs! I got that first
Yeah,
down."
yeah.
Or if anytime I score from now on,
Yeah,
I'll
yeah,
find
so-
a camera.
What up, Braggs?
Yeah, just in
Dude,
spite
I
of
would
you.
be honored.
That'd be
I
kind of
would-
funny.
See these macros? Okay.
Greg would probably die right there. That would
Yeah,
probably
that
be it.
That
for
would
him.
be so good.
In all seriousness, though, when you're in a game like that where you're piling up catches, but every time you get a catch, you're also kind of taking a shot and a
Yeah.
tackle, and the score's the way it is. Like,
Mm-hmm.
what's that like mentally, like trying to grind to the finish line?
That's tough. I mean, there's situations where he's just trying to get rid of the rock too, and then there's 4 or 5 dudes waiting for you, and but that's kind of part of our position as a tight
You're not
end.
the type of guy who's going to go down.
No,
We've
yeah,
learned that
and
about you.
obviously,
Yeah.
I'm not a guy either. That's just because I know it might only be a 2. I'm not going to just drop the ball either, because that happens too. And
Yeah.
yeah, so I mean, look, I'm always about playing hard to the end of the game and all that stuff, and I always believe, really up until the end there, like, you just never know what can happen, so you just keep playing, and the hits kind of come with it, and that's part of the job I signed up for. So kind of is what it is.
I honestly, it's watching. I'm like, this is going to be this is going to be a tough week of recovery for you. And you talked about last week. You're coming back. You're flying back late night.
Yeah.
I mean,
And they also got a noon game and then a Thursday game.
Yeah, it's kind of
This
a
is
quick
kind of a
turnaround
tough
to this
stretch.
noon game. Yeah. Yeah, so really it was just for me it's all like your prep after the game is big time. So we got back at like 6 a.m, and I slept a couple hours, and then I got a lift in. And then I did all like my massage and all that stuff. So actually feeling pretty good today. So that's good.
So you actually, is that normal for you? You try to lift on Mondays?
I always lift every Monday. Yeah,
Yeah.
no matter how I'm feeling. Always got to get under the squat bar. Yeah, no matter how I'm feeling. Yeah.
I had an admitted
5 days a week, brother.
I had an admitted meatball moment, maybe a Braggs moment after the game, because they sent out the schedule for the week, and it showed that you guys weren't practicing Wednesday. And I was like, come on, man, you got to practice after a game like that. And then in reality, when you think about, okay, you got another road game.
Yeah.
And then Flus explained this yesterday actually to us.
Thursday.
And then you got to go Thursday after that.
Yeah.
Like, at some point, you do have to be mindful of.
Yeah, and I think that's why it's important going back to camp and OT. Like, you log your reps there. That's where that's important. And obviously, early in the season, and Flus has talked about that, and I think that makes sense. Like, the reason why you got to be so fanatical in the off season and in camp is so you can log those reps, so that you don't, you can take it a little easier when you have weeks like this where it's a short turnaround and then back into a Thursday night game. So. We got the plan laid out for us last week as to how these next couple weeks would go, and we as players were all on board for it.
Oh, so you knew even before the game that you guys were going to get.
Yeah, we kind of knew the plan going out. Yeah. So like you kind of know that, and like, okay, so this is our last Wednesday practice with pads on for a little bit. So like you really gotta make it worth your while there.
That I assume that goes a long way with the players. Like hey, this is how it's going to be, so you know exactly how you can plan. I would assume guys appreciate that.
Well, yeah, absolutely, and it helps with us for our recovery stuff as well. So like tomorrow now, because it's more of a walkthrough practice. Like I'm going to do more treatment stuff maybe than I would normally do on a Wednesday. Whereas like on a Wednesday, I'm usually just trying to get ready for practice. Now I can just do more of rehab stuff. So it changes your schedule a little bit, and you can plan out a little bit better.
Makes sense. All right, start of the game, the deep ball to Mooney. When did you know that was going to be the first play? And were you actually the first? Were you the primary target on that play?
Yeah, I mean, depending on what side he goes with, ideally you want you would like to just get DJ the ball there, but they clouded, and then they went quarters to our side, which basically just turns it to one-on-one with Mooney. So, we knew the first play. I mean, we know the night before what the first 10 or so are going to be, and the first play for sure. And we figured, based on the tape that we showed against the Raiders, a lot of quick short passes and hit him deep, to start the game, and we got that one-on-one with Mooney, and I didn't know he was not down until after the game. I was not told that till after the game, which is crazy. So
yeah,
that was unfortunate because
it just gets old on those kind of plays where it's like the refs don't need to blow the play dead. Like maybe there needs to be some kind of, I don't know how you do this, but like I understand now the team would have to burn a challenge if they don't blow the play dead and it's wrong. But it just once you blow the play dead, then there's just no way to change the outcome.
Yeah, I guess because that happened with DJ too against Washington. Yep. That one, and then I kind of thought mine they called a little early too on the shallow I ran.
When you still picked up yards after that.
Because I saw a play with Trey McBride. Go watch that clip with the Cardinals this past weekend.
Yeah,
he gets he's totally stopped, and they don't call, and then he scores a touchdown. So I was like. I asked for an explanation on it, and it made sense. Like, they don't want us getting, held up and killed. My thing then was, give me just a split hair longer to get
also,
out of it,
you had a fumble in New Orleans a few years ago where, you're being pushed backwards. Call it. It's got to be consistent.
You got to be consistent. Yeah. So, that's where I was, okay with it when they called it. And then – but when I saw this Trey McBride play from Arizona, I was like, okay, wait, that's totally egregious. That's way too long.
And you don't even necessarily have to make it where the team has to challenge. The refs sometimes overturn a call before a challenge even comes into play.
Yeah, I think I'm always a fan of just letting it play out, and then you can always review it and bring it back.
But I would also say, and Flus did say this, and I coach this to our high school players all the time too. Don't give refs reasons to make calls. They're human and they react to the players a lot. So I do feel like if Darnell had just gotten up right away, there was a little hesitation there.
I compare that to when AJ Pierzynski cheated in the playoffs on their way to the World Series.
It's messed up, man.
The drop third strike and he went running. He ran no, this is definitely how it's supposed to be, and he tricked.
That's not cheating.
Yeah.
That's doing what he's supposed to do.
Yeah.
Nobody's perfect.
Yeah, I think that applies to a lot of things. When you look at guys, especially DBs in coverage, you get up looking around for a flag, they're more, but if you get up and you do the strapped and you're flexing on them and doing all that stuff, you just do that. And then if they throw the flag, then freak out. But you can't be getting up looking for the flag. What I mean?
What's your thought on that though? Do you think they allow too much contact on deep balls, allowing DBs to get handsy?
Yeah.
Or do you think it's hey man, let them play? This is what you call it way too often.
Yeah, I think it depends. Well, it really depends on the crew, because when we look at crews, you get some crews that call a lot of PI, you get some crews that don't call a lot of it. So I think as long as you're calling it fair throughout the game, and it's you kind of establish I compare it to establishing your strike zone in baseball. Once you establish kind of what is and what isn't PI, then cool, let's play ball. It's more difficult when things are changing and there's a call here or a call there that really doesn't make sense, because as a route runner, then you don't know how physical you can be with the guy at the top of your route and all those things. So I think as long as you understand the consistent basis point for each crew, I'm all good with however they want to referee it.
Makes sense. Consistency. I got it.
Last night's strike zone was terrible. I don't know if you watched the World Series last night.
I heard about it, but I didn't. I was watching
the
football mainly. Yeah. And I had the Hawks game on too, which didn't go well. But Bedard scored early. All right, way late for a break. Got to get this one in and tell you about Circa. They have tight money line splits, low hold model. Their games strive to be with a -10 split on the Circa Sports menu. Unlike other sports books, they take you more of your money with the -10, -20. Circa Sports keeps as little money as possible on large market bets, futures, golf tournaments, stuff like that, especially compared to other books. They are very transparent. They do not limit you based on your winnings. You can compare the lines from each sports book yourself and see it. They also have outstanding customer service. Real people behind the Circa Sports brand who resolve issues in a timely fashion, unlike other books who use those annoying chatbots. Download the Circa Sports Illinois app at circasports.com/Illinois-app to sign up today. Also be on the lookout for Circa events, watch parties, and tailgates. If you or someone you know may have a problem with gambling, call 1-800-GAMBLER, text GAMB to 833-234. Visit areyourreallywinning.com.
That's right. And you're also winning when you're going over to Game Time using the Game Time app. Use the code CHGO for $20 off. You know, if you're like me and you want to buy those last minute tickets, you know, some of these secondary market, they're just not great options, especially nowadays with the taxes and different ways they do things. Game Time is a great app. Lets you buy your seat specific to where you're looking for. The maps are really nice to like find exactly where you want to sit. You shouldn't have to worry about when you're buying your ticket to your next big event. Game Time is the fast and easy way to buy tickets for all the sports, music, comedy, and theater events near you. Killer last-minute deals, all-in prices, views from your seat, and their best price guaranteed. Game Time takes the guesswork out of buying tickets. So make sure you go over to Game Time app, use the code CHGO for $20 off.
And our friends at Olipop are reminding you about a new kind of soda. The Olipop is just the way to live your soda life. It's great for your gut health, which is important, team. Take care of your gut. You want to live a long, healthy journey to...
Especially your big-ass gut.
There it is.
Well, now, and apparently I have a gut now.
You do. It's
You
out
got-
for all
you
to
got
see.
more
I'm
of
not
like
used to this.
You've
This
got
is-
more of like a kangaroo pouch.
Oh my
I'm
god.
gonna let you know that it doesn't get better. You need to take care of that thing.
It's not a kangaroo in there. It's
So,
old fashions.
hey, as you see the beautiful cans of Olipop, much lower in sugar than conventional, so it's 2 to 5 grams of sugar from natural sources per can. So you got to feel good about that. Delicious, nostalgic flavors, the vintage cola, the root beer, the orange squeeze, the classic grape. That's my personal favorite. Strawberry, vanilla, cream soda, cherry cola, all there for you. By the way, they're so confident that you're going to love your Olipop that they are offering 100% money-back guarantee. So if you get it, you don't like it, ain't going to happen, but they will give you your money back. Use the code CHGO20, CHGO20. You get 20% off your next Olipop order at drinkolipop.com. Olipop can also be found in 22,000 stores, Jewel, Walmart, Target, Whole Foods, but go online. drinkolipop.com. Put in that code CHGO20. 20% off comes right to your door. You're living the dream.
One more, and then we'll get to super chats and let Cole get out of here to concentrate on beating the Saints. But Sunnyside is your home for judgment-free cannabis shopping, a place where all kinds of visitors welcome to explore, discover, purchase a wide array of high-quality products. Sunnyside is everything you need to elevate your football season. And no matter where you are in your cannabis journey, easy online ordering and in-store pickup is available. They have a great transparent loyalty program called Sunnyside Rewards. Their house of brands includes Mindy's, Good News, Cresco, High Supply, Florical, Wonder, Remedy, and through today, spooky, it is Halloween, so you better get there today. Head to sunnyside.shop. Use code CHGO25 at checkout for 25% off your total order. You get one use per customer. It's not stackable with other promotions. That's not only for new customers. Anyone can use our code. Pick up everything you need to elevate your football season. Must be 21 plus or an Illinois MedCard holder. How annoying is that wig?
It's hot.
I was going to
hot
say
and
you can
itchy.
take it off if you want.
Nick Moriano.
No,
in the
I'm
chat.
here for the long haul at this point.
Nick's in the chat, and he said, sad I missed out on the Karm costumes. I would have dressed as a bad ping pong player.
Ooh. Slap in the face.
That's messed up. I mean, the fact that you would say anything like that is just...
Cole, I kind of feel like we dropped the ball not getting some research on you and finding some of your kid costumes. What were you dressed up as for Halloween?
I think I
What's
did.
your favorite
I think I did
costumes?
Jack Sparrow like 5 times.
Big Pirates of the Caribbean fan?
Yeah.
Okay.
Did you see that Marshawn Lynch video of him in the
Yes.
Bucks pirate
I
ship?
didn't see that. No.
Very
He
funny.
called himself Captain Black Sparrow.
Oh, jeez.
It was
Everything
so
Marshawn-
funny.
Everything Marshawn does is
It's
He's
it's
so
pretty
funny.
funny.
it's gold.
Yeah, I think that was the big costume for me growing up.
Jack Sparrow.
Favorite Halloween candy?
Snickers.
Let's just stay with the goat. I mean, why
It's all
vary?
reliable.
Bayless Jones said candy corn.
That's a psycho answer.
Right?
That's just like
Yeah.
I don't even think candy corn's good. Is that a hot take?
We have a video.
It's not
out
a hot
there.
take.
No,
It's just popular.
basically
Like, no
everyone
one
in your
likes candy
locker room.
corn.
Who
Like, what
did
is
it? Did
candy
you or
corn?
Nick do that? Nick did that, right?
Nick
Yeah.
did it.
So you asked a bunch of people in the locker room, favorite candy. Almost everyone said candy corn's the worst. And then Velos was like, candy corn's the best.
That's it. You're either all in or all out, and most people are all out.
I'm out.
All right.
Nothing wrong with candy corn. I mean, it's not the best.
Other than the fact it's
candy.
basically wax and has no flavor.
Yeah. What do you? Yeah. What is it? Like, what even is it? Candy.
You're
don't wanna know.
basically wax and have no flavor.
Great comeback. It's good smack talking.
Good one, Chris.
I'm a child.
All right, let's get these super chats in. Our guy, the Duke, 1999. Cole, are you excited to go up against the new Bears defensive end in practice? He's going to make you guys sweat.
Wow, that was good. Yeah, I mean, probably won't be going against him much. He'll be on our first team defense. So, yeah, we usually split up with the scout team and all that. So I don't know. I probably won't be facing him up, hopefully until next camp. But, got to go against him again in Washington a couple weeks ago. So hell of a player, and, looking forward to the addition. And I know he'll be a good boost for us for sure.
It's like a blizzard outside right now. What is going on out there?
All right.
Why are we here? It was
Poppy,
70 last week.
I'm sticking to character. Poppy does, when he brings him in, Poppy barks during our live shows.
Oh,
Turn it
okay.
off, though.
Chris Wood, 999. Turn on the CHGO Bears podcast. First thing I see is the Council of Karm. Love it. Bear down, boys. Cole on the podcast. Montez Sweat coming to Soldier Field. Let's freaking go.
And then another one from Chris.
Another one, 999. Since Braggs is such a pro and is tracking his macros, how would you feel about him becoming your nutritionist, Cole?
Cole?
Ooh, wow, that'd be interesting. That would
Track
be interesting.
Your macros,
Yeah.
your proteins, your
Yeah.
fats, your carbs.
I feel like he'd get pretty distracted though, just like with other things. It seems like you get distracted.
I am a very distracted human being.
Like you'd be my nutritionist, but then you'd also be my. All of a sudden, you'd
No,
want
I
to be
think
my
he wants
weight,
Braggs
my
to be
weight
your
trainer.
nutritionist.
Oh, you would be.
the macro king.
Oh, I
not
thought-
this guy with the pot belly.
Oh, you'd be on it then.
Yeah.
I trust you to get on it.
Of course.
Yeah.
No,
But if you,
That's not.
there'd be no cussing my name though if you were my nutritionist.
Well,
We'd have to put that on the table.
It's all about every player's coached differently, and I'm gonna coach you up the tough way.
I know what I respect it. Okay, I'll allow it. I'll allow it.
Is your next level move going personal chef though?
No, I like to cook myself.
Oh, do you?
yeah,
That's cool.
yeah. Some guys have their own chefs, but I like doing it myself. I'm gonna do actually a braised short rib tonight. I'm gonna try that
Are
out.
you serious?
Yeah, I'm gonna try that. So
How do you know how to do that?
Well, I mean, you can look it up online.
Google.
Yeah, YouTube.
So you're gonna go in the store today. You're gonna buy some short rib.
Yeah,
You're gonna do like
I got everything I needed. Yeah, a couple red wine in there to get it
Red
to
wine
a
reduction,
boil.
the whole
Yeah,
thing. Yeah, bring it to a
absolutely.
boil.
Yeah. But I need to get my short ribs today, so I'll probably just go to Costco to get those. Get it done. I mean, look, it's snowing out. So it's gonna be perfect. A nice warm short rib with some mashed potatoes.
Oh my god.
Oh, come on.
I love cooking too, but
Every year
don't
every year on
have children
Halloween.
because then you don't have time.
Yeah.
Every year on Halloween.
Dude's catching 10 balls against the Chargers, going home braised short rib out of nowhere with a red wine
hard
cup.
right
I
now.
mean,
I
seriously.
didn't say it was
right
gonna be
now.
good, but I mean, we'll see.
It might be good.
We'll see.
It could be good.
Every
We'll
year
see.
on Halloween, it's either freezing rain or a surprise snow. Every year.
Last year was like 60.
Are you set up? Are you going to give away candy tonight?
Chuck
Or what
this
do-
dog at you.
I do have candy set up, so yeah. If
Are you
the
a
kids are
full-size
stopping
candy
Are
by,
you full-size candy bar?
no,
With
I
some
don't
big
have full.
pockets?
I should get.
What is this?
I know my girlfriend got the candy and it wasn't full sized. I should get full sized. I should get full sized.
No, you shouldn't.
You know what we're doing this year?
Look, give him a treat, little treat. This is
Yeah,
enough for you.
you better have. Okay, if you're not gonna go
Don't
full-size
spoil the
candy-
kids.
Cole, if you're not gonna go full-size candy, you better be hooking it up. So like, it better not just be like the little fun size and you give the kid one. Like you gotta.
Oh no,
hook them up.
you can take as many as you want. Like I don't.
Okay.
Yeah, you can take as many as you want.
Because
Yeah.
it's like Halloween's now to like 2 hours. These kids got to like run to every house. So you make sure they hit the
Well,
jackpot.
kids these
when
days
they-
are working on their macros, so it's fine.
No working on your macros when you're a
See,
kid.
we figured
your
it
life.
out. You have a Halloween tailgate in your driveway,
Oh,
and
that's
then
good idea.
everybody just comes to
Yeah,
you.
I invited
and then
all
you
these
don't have to
guys
go.
Yeah, my one buddy would do.
Yeah.
They do hot dogs. So that was like their big thing. So everyone would stop at their house
Yeah.
for hot dogs.
Wow.
That was, it was
He's joking.
fun.
That's
He's
big.
joking
It was fun.
because I invited everyone to my house this summer, and none of them came.
That's
He lives in Indiana.
He gave us like 12 hours notice. He said there's free parking in the cul-de-sac.
And it was a Friday of like July 4th weekend.
it
Who
was-
the
yeah.
hell wants to drive on 294? to
Oh
Indiana?
yeah, everyone's
Like,
going to like lake houses and
No.
stuff.
Yeah.
come to Dyersville, Indiana to go to some
Dyer, Indiana.
whatever.
Dyer.
Come to Dyer,
Dyersville, Indiana.
Come to Dyer, Indiana, and go to the 4th of July parade. And by the way, if you do come, there is free parking next to my house.
My mom's in the chat trying to call me out. Greg, do you buy full-size candy bars? No, I don't, Barb. I've got 4 huge bags of candy, and when every kid comes by, they're going to hit the jackpot coming to my house.
Don't call your mother Barb.
I've always called her Barb. Sarah says hi.
Everybody
I
loves
say hi
Barb.
too, Barb. We're not fighting anymore. All right.
Yeah, we gotta get through this. We gotta let Cole. Super chat,
Okay.
$10. 2 questions. How would you feel if Jaylen trade brought more D-line help instead of
He doesn't want Jaylen
picks?
traded.
No, we already covered that a little bit. How would practicing against Sweat benefit the O-line? He was matched against Wright a lot a few weeks ago. You kind of mentioned that too. It's this time of year. It's all scout team.
Yeah, all scout team stuff. I mean, yeah, sure, we'll get some looks here and there, but nothing crazy notable where it's going to make a huge difference in that regard.
But training camp next year.
Yeah, exactly.
You get the
Yeah.
one-on-ones.
Can I show before we leave what my outfit was?
No, we
I
have like
can't?
7 super chats to go.
I have
No matter
such
how
a good
many-
outfit.
Oh no, we will.
tangent.
Okay, I will. You get in costume. I will get through these
It's
super
not even a
chats.
costume. It's just your clothes. you wear
CHGO
every day.
Cram 999. Cole, my son has a long history with Bears
Elsewhere?
tight
Like,
ends.
what are we doing?
Number
What
86.
in the hell is this? And he's taking his
Do
pants
this
off.
somewhere else, not on camera, you moron. Oh my
This
God.
is-
I feel violated right now.
What is
this
happening?
Crazy.
I'm going into my Taylor outfit. I'm Swift.
Oh, I thought those were boxers at first.
Yeah, no, this is exactly how a Cram Halloween special show would go and finish.
I think.
So this is par for
Is
the
a
course.
very serious. Okay.
That's Taylor Swift. In
Can we
what
take the serious
capacity-
super chat off the screen while Carm's doing that?
Where's he going?
I got it.
I mean, like,
Cole's
Literally-
never coming back here.
middle of our like 8 super chats, and
This
suddenly
is-
this
This is
happening.
every show. Have you not learned this?
In what capacity is this Taylor Swift?
Do you guys know?
Well, you tried.
That's something, man. That's something.
Cole is completely weirded out.
That is something.
You should have gone as Carm.
Do you not know this one? It's a great tune. Sarah? Nobody knows who I am?
She said, I don't know what you are.
Well,
Even the Swifties don't know what you are.
the Swifties know. Where's Casey? That's right. I'm the girl from the You Belong With Me
course.
video.
Nice.
Thank you.
All right.
Cool.
Let's go back to that last.
Along with me.
Let's go back to that last super chat because there was actually a serious.
Let's get serious.
I mean, I
Hang on.
colored this thing up. It took like 2 hours. You guys got to get, I mean, we can't do it for nothing.
All right.
Law, this is for you.
We brought him a Notre Dame ball signed by you at a church fundraiser. Braggs, you know what he's talking about? Can you give my son Ryan a bear
this
down?
is Eric, our guy, who is also a CHGO Cram, burner account, but his name's Eric Creemans. He's a really good dude. Yeah, he's got some lineage to tight ends here at Notre Dame, and yeah, he said that you signed a ball for his kid once. Can you
Yeah,
give
love
Ryan a bear down?
Bear down and
And
F
F
cancer.
cancer,
Yes,
yeah.
F cancer.
Sure.
I think we can all agree on that one.
CH Eric.
All right. Seth here, $10. Hey, question for Cole. There was some rumors Justin was pulling for a Chase Young trade. How much can players influence trades? Sorry if this was discussed on a work call.
I'm sure he was fellow Ohio State guy
Yeah.
there.
They can
How
still
much
get him.
can play? I wouldn't say much. Maybe unless you're like a Tom Brady, like Tom Brady. That's probably it. So yeah, no, we don't have any influence on the trades.
I would think every once in a while, though, like maybe some, not influence, but like insight.
Yeah, sure.
Like if you played
Yeah.
with a guy in college, hey, how was this guy as a teammate?
Yeah, absolutely.
that.
Yeah, no, yeah, sure. You get, you get asked about certain guys that maybe you've played with before. But in regards to like full influence, I wouldn't say we don't have much of that at all.
All right. Christian here, $9.99. 2-part question for Cole. Go to a beef spot and what is your go-to beef spot? What are your personal goals for the remainder of the season?
Go-to beef spot. It's called Johnny's, right, in Arlington Heights. Yeah, Johnny's Beef. Yeah, that's where we'd go after games. That was my spot.
What Elmwood Park's better?
Oh, jeez. Well, yeah, that was my go-to beach spot. Personal goals for the remainder of the season: win some games. We need to start stringing some wins together. So I know you're saying personal, but that's always my main focus. And whatever I got to do in order for us to win football games, that's what I'm about.
And yell at Braggs.
Yeah.
Michael Lewis here, $4.99. Guys, I'm sorry you can't tell me you watched that tape. Didn't come away with 5 throws.
That you're like, man, that he just didn't get enough arm, no velocity.
Yeah, I mean, I disagree. I mean, look at the third down throw he threw to me. Thought that was pretty good touch. So, yeah, I don't.
And he had one to DJ Moore, too.
Yeah, no, he had some good throws. I'll stick to that for sure.
$4.99, Manny. Let's be honest. Jaylon Johnson is our best corner. The front office needs to pay the man. The Sweats trade isn't exciting with the. Okay.
I love this.
This is.
Come on, Manny.
I love it.
You don't have to respond.
I love it.
Steven, $5. Chicago is
They're
too
so
young.
passionate, you know.
Yeah, they are.
They are.
I love it.
Chicago has 2 young GMs doing the same things for the same reasons, with the same time frame. One is vilified, one is praised.
Love it.
Talking
Just more,
about
Kyle
more
Davidson.
juice.
Kyle Davidson, the Hawks.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We lost 8-1 last night.
This is the hardest time of year for me because last year I accidentally traded David Montgomery when it actually never happened. Because there's like burner account fake trades that go on Twitter.
Why
And
would
when
you-
you're
wait,
very
what do you-
reactionary like me.
We were doing
You
a
know?
live trade, and he interrupted me to say David Montgomery.
It's
We were doing a
up to
live.
the-
We were doing a live
You
show.
announced that David Montgomery
On our
was
show,
traded.
there was
and
like
it was
5,000
false?
people watching, and he wasn't traded at all. It was false.
I cried in the moment. I'm like,
And then I
Demo's
put
so
a
solid,
bag on my
man.
head for half the segment.
That's the real reason why I brought this tennis
So
racket today.
this freaking chat keeps saying people are traded, then I
Oh
fall
my
for it. But
gosh.
I've learned my lesson. See,
Have you?
It's
Have
called
you?
growing up.
Marcus, $4.99 polls getting it done. He's added dudes since his arrival. Edmonds, Edwards, Moore, and now Sweat. Can't build a team without dudes. Hashtag polls for president.
There you
Polls
go.
for Prez.
Got to keep dudes
The
too, though.
Bibbles to end it.
B Bibbles, $2. Cole, have you tried the Nutella Uncrustables? Is that a thing?
No, I didn't know that was a thing. I'll have to look out for those.
Wow.
I've not heard of that.
I did not. Yeah. Is that it? All right. Cole, thanks for being a good sport today.
Of course, I had fun. This was good. I had
Sorry
fun
for
dressing
cussing
up.
you out, but
Oh, you're fine. Keep going, man. Keep going. Whatever you need to do.
He'll get his revenge.
Yeah, I will.
I'm pretty sure.
Somewhere on here, she's saying that I'm ready to leave Kelsey for Kmet. It's somewhere on here, so
Oh,
I know that you're taken, but she's out.
Could you just get through one show without not doing that?
Doing what? I'm just saying this is she's looking to upgrade. All right, thanks for being here. You too, Hoge.
A bunch of people are saying Braggs has been traded to DNVR.
I mean, it is nice out in Boulder, but I'll never leave this city.
No, you
Love
won't.
it too damn much.
You won't. All right, one more. Christian, hi again. What have you gained from playing with Mercedes Lewis? Who is the most difficult person to block in your career?
Ooh, this is good. Yeah, Mercedes has been awesome for me. Whenever you get guys who have been in the league for a long time and you're able to learn from those type of guys, it's great. You know, he's had a really cool career in terms of what he started as a player in Jacksonville to where he is now. And, you know, he kind of comes in as the guy that is more of a receiving threat, develops into a multifaceted tight end, and is now obviously an elite blocking tight end in the league who's done it for a long time. So there's a lot of things that you can take from him just in the film room and his mindset and the way he prepares each and every week. And the most difficult person to block. Oh, geez. I'm going to go Nick Bosa is pretty tough. Nick Bosa and Max Crosby is pretty dang good. I think those are the two that stick out to me the most.
There you go. I love it. All right. Here's our situation. If you missed it earlier, we did an emergency pod for the Montez Sweat trade. You can still go check that out. It's available as a podcast, I believe, already. It's also in the CHGO YouTube feed. We are on call for possible another show today, if necessary, at the trade deadline. If more happens, we'll probably be back live at 3 o'clock. If nothing happens, that's it for the day. Hope everybody enjoys their Halloween. For Combine Karm, Secret Agent Karm, Softball Karm,
Poppy.
Taylor
Swift
I
Karm,
got you.
Carm at work.
CHGO Karm. This was all Casey's idea. We love her. It was great stuff. Oh, there she is. I was like, where'd she go? I am Tennis Karm, and I'm going to go kick Karm's ass in tennis right now. We'll talk to you.
Swing it from West Virginia.
Good ending.
We all silly like the mayor.